Unit 4, Problem Solution. Directions. In this question, you will listen to a conversation. You will then be asked to talk about the information in the conversation and to give your opinion about the ideas presented. After you hear the question, you will have 20 seconds to prepare your response and 60 seconds to speak. Sample practice.
Now listen to a conversation between two students.
Oh, great.
What's wrong?
My computer broke down. As you know, the report is due tomorrow. Now what am I going to do?
Did you save your files? If you did, there might be a way to open them.
Unfortunately, no, I didn't save them. I can't believe it. See, I was almost done. Even if I stay up all night, I don't think I'll be able to finish it by tomorrow.
Why don't you go down to the help desk? I'm sure they could help you.
Yeah, I know, but it's almost midnight. I have to pay extra for after-hours service. I read that the library charges money for any services or help after 10 at night.
Oh, is that true? I didn't know about that. Then why don't you talk to your professor tomorrow? Maybe she could give you an extension. If you tell her what happened to your computer, I think she'll understand.
No way. I remember when Jennifer asked for an extension because she was hospitalized. Professor Fickle refused and told Jennifer it would be unfair to the other students. I think she's really strict, and I don't think a computer breakdown problem could be an excuse.
The two students talk about the man's problem. Describe the problem and state which of the two solutions you prefer and why. Please begin speaking after the beep.
Sample answer.
The man worries that he might not meet the due date as his computer broke down while doing his schoolwork. The woman suggests he ask for help at the help desk or ask the professor for an extension. I think he should go down to the help desk and see if they could help. The first reason is that it may be a minor technical problem. As the staff members at the help desk are all experts in computers, they will easily find out how to restore his file. He will have to pay the money, but he could save his time as well. Also, I think meeting the due date is a problem of responsibility. If he doesn't want to make the professor feel he's unreliable, I think he'd rather find a way than to talk about the problem.
Practice test. Practice 1.
Now listen to a conversation between two students.
Uh-oh, we're in trouble.
What do you mean we're in trouble? What's wrong?
Well, you'll know that one of the famous philosophers is supposed to give a speech next week?
Yeah, I heard about that. I read it in the school bulletin. So what about it? Why are you so concerned?
Well, I'm so worried that not many students are aware of it. I'm getting worried that he might have to give a speech in a large room with only a few students. If that happens, I'm going to feel really bad for the lecturer.
Yeah, I get your point. Say, if you're that concerned, what about sending emails to the whole department? I'm sure the students will check their emails, and it could be a good chance to let them know about it.
Yeah, that could be a way.
Or why don't you ask the professor to lead a discussion class rather than a lecture? Tell the professor that students want to talk more deeply about his book, which was recently published.
Well, I guess it won't be easy to ask the professor for a change because the lecture is in a week. I need a solution anyway.
The students discuss two possible solutions to the woman's problem. Describe the problem. Then state which of the two solutions you prefer and explain why. Please begin speaking after the beep.
Sample answer.
The guest speaker is coming to give a speech next week, and the woman is worried that not many students will come. Two suggestions are given: send emails to the students or ask the professor to lead a discussion instead of giving a speech. I think it'll be better to send emails to the students. I'm sure that most of the students check their email every day, so it'll be the best way to inform them about the speech. Also, I think the professor won't have enough time to prepare. Only a week is left, and surely the speaker will have his own agenda, so I think the woman should send emails to the students.
Practice 2. Now listen to a conversation between two people.
Hello, Professor Findlay. How are you?
Oh, hello, Professor Brown. I'm good. How about yourself?
I'm fine, except for one thing. One of my students has a swimming competition that she has to attend, but it's on the day of our term exam. I want to give her the opportunity to do both, but I don't know how I can arrange that. If I give her an extension, I have to do that for the whole class, and I don't think I want to do that. Do you have any suggestions?
Well, how about allowing her to take a makeup test? It's not an extension. You can just continue with the other students' exams and give her a separate test paper on the day of her return. In that way, you don't have to change your schedule. The only thing you have to do is to make another test paper.
I've thought of that too, but our department never allows makeup tests. It's a way to prevent plagiarism.
Then why don't you give her an extra writing assignment? Give her a long and challenging assignment that's enough to cover the content of the exam so that it could make up for her missed exam. So her grade for her paper would be her grade for the exam. I think you can work your way around it, can't you?
Maybe, but the problem is she is taking too many other courses and has many writing assignments too. If I give her another writing assignment on top of the others, I think the result will be worse than expected.
The professors discuss two possible solutions to the woman's problem. Describe the problem, then state which of the two solutions you prefer and explain why. Please begin speaking after the beep. Sample answer.
In the conversation, the woman doesn't know what to do. She wants to give the opportunity to her student to attend the swimming competition and write the final exam scheduled for the same time. The man offers two possible solutions. Either give the student a makeup exam or an extra writing assignment. I think the woman should give her student an extra writing assignment. Since the school doesn't allow anyone to take a makeup exam, I'm sure they won't make an exception just for her. Although it won't be on the same day that other people have to take it, it would be fair if the content of the assignment covers the term. For these reasons, the woman should give a writing assignment.
Practice 3. Now listen to two students as they talk about a mess in the dorm.
Have you been downstairs to the dorm kitchen?
No, I stayed up all night doing my projects and just came back from my class. What's up with the kitchen?
Well, I just went down there to heat up some soup, and I was surprised to see the mess.
You should have seen the greasy dishes and leaky faucets and the trash can that is never empty. The university should hire a janitor for the dorm. I mean, if the students can't do it, there should be someone to assume the responsibility.
Yeah, you're right, but maybe it'll cost a lot of money. I heard that the student committee is always worrying about the tight budget. I don't think they could afford to pay for a janitor.
Then if the dorm administrator can't afford the money, what about making students assign the chores? If we make a schedule to check off what is done and what is not, it'll be much better.
Then we don't have to stand the mess.
The two students give two possible solutions for the dorm kitchen. Describe the problem, then state which of the two solutions you prefer and explain why. Please begin speaking after the beep. Sample answer.
The student says the dorm kitchen should be cleaned, and to solve this problem, two solutions are given. The university could hire a staff to take care of the dorm, or students could make a list and divide the chores equally. I think assigning the chores would be better. The first reason is that money could be saved. As the university is worrying about the money, even if they decided to hire a staff, I'm sure students would have to wait for a long time. Another thing is that if students divide the chores, they will learn responsibility for where they live. I think the students don't care for that because they believe someone else will clean it up. But while cleaning up the kitchen, students will feel more like hosts.